Okay, I'm going to remove the accelerator pedal here. Apparently there's a piece that should be covering all this, kind of like a panel, but somehow that's already gone from my car, so that would have been the first thing I would have done, but it's gone. So now I'm going to remove this accelerator pedal, and I've got to disconnect this plug here. Well, on this side where my thumb is, you squeeze this in at the top, and then it releases and you can slide that connector out. Next I'm going to take out this nut and the one up here on the back side. I don't know, you can't see that from here, but okay, now I'm on the other side of the car, below the glove box. The BCM is under the glove box back in there. I'm going to remove this shroud here. Just pull down on these and voila. So I got the shroud off the bottom. Next I'm going to get into this section here, and I'm going to remove the weather stripping. It's along the door here, and just pull it up. There's a seam right there, and got to figure out how to get this apart. So, something like that. Not exactly sure what I'm doing here, so. Huh. Okay. That didn't sound bad at all. Okay, so I got that piece removed. So after I got that side panel off, I'm going to open the glove box here, and there's a screw here and here. I'm going to remove those so I can take the glove box out. Yeah, you need a T15 to remove these screws. It's a Torx. Trying to get it so you can see it, but it says T15. It's one of those ends to get these two screws out of the glove box. So okay, so at the bottom of the glove box are a couple more screws. Right, there's one, and there's another over there that needs to come out before I can get the glove box out. So I'm going to get those out and show removing the glove box. Alright, so I got the two screws out on the bottom. Yeah. Now I'm going to try to, well, it feels a little better. Try to remove this. There it goes. Kind of. Looks like there's something to disconnect here. So I got that wire off, and then it looks like the glove box is free after that, so I'll show that. So on this little wire connector, I had to put a screwdriver in here and push the clip over, and then I could grab a hold and release it. So now I'm going to remove the glove box, nothing holding it in place. It just pulls out pretty easily at this point, and alright, so glove box is out. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. I'll be back in a minute. So now I'm going to disconnect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Everything that's plugged into this box here. So that's the BCM. I'm gonna remove that. I'll be back. Connectors from the BCM. You have to squeeze these little side. There's 2 things on each side. You squeeze them together, and then it frees up this bar on the bottom, and then you can disconnect it. So I'm gonna make sure. I'm going to get a marker and write on these, just to make sure I get them back in the right places. It's probably not possible to get them back in the wrong places, but I don't know, so I'm going to mark these. So I marked these from the top left all the way through 8, and now I'm going to go ahead and remove all the rest of them. Here we go. It's connected except for this one here in the middle. It's green. This one's a little different. You pull up on the top of it until it clicks, and then it releases. So that was a little different. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the BCM out of it, figure out how to get it out. Our 2 clips here where the white sections are, if you push down on that little tab, you can pull it out, it unlocks it, and then the BCM starts to slide forward, and then it will just slide down out of the way. You can take it out. The thing I'm going to do is remove all the wires from the BCM bracket back there, and then remove the BCM bracket. Take off those 2 nuts and the one back there. And disconnect all the wiring from the harness. Got the nuts out off of this BCM bracket. Looks like there are. And it just slides off of there, and it's out. Okay, so there's what the glove box area looks like so far. So the next thing, so there's where the BCM was, and up above, kind of looking straight up, there is this bracket that we need to remove, and there's a nut or a screw right there, top right corner, that needs to come out of there. So I'm going to remove that next and try to get that whole bracket out of there. Okay, so I got the screw out that was here in this corner, but apparently there's one that goes backwards up into this shaft here, and so to get to it you have to come in from the back side, which is almost impossible to do. So basically I got frustrated and bent this panel all back so that I could get my hands in there to feel the stupid little screw holding that in. So yeah, we'll see what happens next. I got to get this wiring harness off of there, and then I can get this piece on out. Alright, so I got that stupid that metal thing out of there, and now I'm gonna need to disconnect this piece here from here, and then back in there is a screw. Sorry, it's out of focus. I'm going to take that screw out. Looks like Torx. So I can get all this stuff out of there. So I got that screw out back there. And apparently there is another one back there, clear back in the corner. So I don't think there's another one at the top. Well, of course there is. Okay, so those have to come out of there too before that section will come out. And that first one was a Torx 15. So I'm actually using the iPhone to be able to see that nice little screw back there on the bottom. And it is a Torx. Luckily I have these long extension security Torx bits. Reach back in there. This is just the last. So I got those screws out on the top and the bottom that were back on that side. There was one on the top, clear back, one on the bottom, and then the one on the front side. And then that slid out through this opening here. So now I can see the blower, and have to go through on the other side and disconnect it and see about getting it out of there. I'm back on the driver's side. Need to disconnect the power from the back of the blower, which is up above where the accelerator pedal goes. And let me flip the phone over here. It's right there. You can see the back of the blower. Need to disconnect the power from it. So I'm going to do that now. It looks like there's a clip on this side showing to us that it needs squeezed in, and then it should pull out of there. Okay. So still on the driver's side. It looks like geez, this is difficult. It's so crammed in here. There is back in there behind that other plug is a retaining clip that needs squeezed. The light's kind of hitting it there. It needs squeezed to be able to push this blower through the other side. I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. So I'm back on the passenger side. Over on the driver's side, I stuck a screwdriver into the retaining clip, and twisted it and kind of stuck it into place because that clip has to be open. It's kind of a two-person job. So if you have somebody to hold the clip open, then you come over on the passenger side. I've already gotten it out, but you stick a screwdriver or something in here through the blower into the motor so that you can get a turn on it, and you twist it to the right, and then that'll release it from the rest of the clips, and then the blower is released. You can just take it out through here. So now I'm just going to repeat the steps, put the new blower back in, and see what happens.